Isaiah King and the Seattle Seahawks have a huge game against them this week. They're playing the San Francisco 49ers, who, believe it or not, are actually undefeated. They've turned their franchise completely around here in Isaiah's final season. Isaiah says, look, I'm going to put the team on my back this week. I'm going to run for major yardage, hopefully multiple touchdowns, and walk out of there with a nice big W. In order for that to do so, Isaiah's got to look pretty good. If you look at what he's done so far in practice, the dude has been absolutely killing it. And we're moving into week number 6, and with all these different opponents coming up, Isaiah is looking like a man has turned back time. Now look at the speed that he's putting on the edge. I mean, I don't care how long Isaiah King's been in the league. When he's running like this dude could play for another 10 to 15 years, but Isaiah is still saying this will be his final season. Now again, you know, Isaiah King has lofty goals. He's trying to get back to the Super Bowl and repeat as a Super Bowl champion, but if he's going like he is today, let's jump into a game. Let's see if he can do it, because right now, we might dethrone the San Francisco 49ers and give them their first loss of the season. Now, if you followed Isaiah King's career, you know that he's pretty much rocked exclusively Nike, a couple times Adidas, and maybe that one time for Under Armour. We won't really talk about that, but in today's game, Isaiah King's going to rock the player-exclusive retros, aka the Jordans. Let's see if he can actually put on a show in Michael Jordan's famous football cleats. Now we are now in week number 6. Isaiah has had a couple games simulated, but look, 76 rush yards last week with 2 rushing touchdowns. Didn't eclipse 100, but got into the end zone twice, so I'll still call that a success. And here we go, facing the 49ers. We're at home today. The 12th man is on our side, and the 49ers feel pretty good. They're 5-0. They've been dominating the NFL. They're leading our division, but today's the day that Isaiah King says, you know what? We're coming for that #1 spot, and we're going to dethrone you. Just watch us. Now the 49ers in their opening drive go down and get 3 points to start the game off with a pretty strong statement, but we want to go out here on offense and prove that we're going to not only get 3, we're going to get 4 more on top of that and get into the end zone. And the halfback screen is looking clutch, and look at Isaiah breaking a tackle early on. With the amount of people that pretty much called Isaiah King old and washed up, said he can't play in the NFL anymore, Isaiah really wants to win the MVP this season. And if Isaiah King is able to win an MVP this season and lead his team back to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl to repeat as Super Bowl champions, he could go down as the greatest running back of all time. But honestly, we're only in week 6, so it was a little difficult to look all the way that far into the season. Isaiah King says, look, just let me go out here, let me play well, let me not run into my own teammates. That would have been a bona fide touchdown if the old fella had a little bit better ball vision and didn't run into his own teammate. Russell Wilson, what are you doing? Now, the Seahawks have had a pretty good start to the game. Isaiah's been involved in the passing game. He's had 1 or 2 runs so far that went for positive gains, and he goes in here again on a 2nd and short and gets that first down for his team. And while Isaiah King can run for all the yards in the world, he really needs Russell Wilson to make sure that he is that quarterback threat, throwing dots like that. When look at this bird just going across the middle and getting the first down for Mr. Wilson. Now 2nd and 9 with the wide side of the field being to the left-hand side. The Seahawks say, we see that, we're going to give it to Isaiah. He's going out to the edge. He's got 1 guy in front, and look at this. The old fella puts on the Jets, gets into the end zone, and that's the first rushing touchdown of the day. 500 total rushing yards on the season. Going into week 6, if he can get, you know, maybe about 150, 175 yards, he should average over 100 a game, which is crazy for a 29-year-old running back. And when a new drive, San Fran goes down, and they only get 3 points, so they're only down a single point. Now Isaiah goes out to the edge, and the right outside linebacker stuffs him in the backfield. We're definitely seeing San Fran kind of stack the box and say, look, we're going to make Isaiah King beat us, so we're going to try to use their own defense against them. We go to a halfback screen. Isaiah's out here on the edge. The big offensive lineman out here cutting. Look at Isaiah King going on the spin move. What an unbelievable move to make sure he gets that first down and stays in bounds. And we ran the Wildcat earlier, and it actually worked out pretty well. So we line back up here again. We fake the handoff to Kabila. Isaiah King's going out to the edge. Oh no, Isaiah runs into his own man. He's got a guy in front. He hits it with a spin move. Isaiah's going to try to keep moving. He broke another tackle. Isaiah is moving down the field to the 33. 6 rushes, 61 yards. This dude came to play today. Now after that crazy run, Isaiah King is more than a little gas. We're going to let Russell Wilson actually throw a pass here and see what he can do for us. So Calvin comes in motion to the left with a little play action fake by Isaiah. Pass goes to the right hand side. This one's going to be caught, and from the 33, Calvin goes all the way down. Can he get into the end zone? Look at Calvin. The young fella gets into the end zone. Isaiah King is hyped. He's celebrating. What a play all around by the Seahawks offense. Again, look at Calvin. Goes in motion, goes across the middle, catches a beautiful dime here from Russell Wilson. He's going to move into the red. He's going to juke 1 guy out of his shoes, completely drops him, carries 2 defenders into the end zone, and the young fella scores in those Under Armour cleats. After San Fran only got 2 field goals, we come down and get a touchdown on that last drive to make it. Should have been 14-6, but instead we miss our extra point, so it's only going to be 13-6. Now Isaiah's going to try to get out to the edge. He jukes a defender out of his shoes, makes another one miss, but they drop him down after a short punt return at the 26. The Seahawks offense has looked nothing short of incredible today. Isaiah has killed it on the ground. Russell Wilson has looked pretty incredible in the air. And look at that, Isaiah breaks 3 tackles in the backfield. What is happening? Another one misses. Isaiah has no stamina. Is anybody going to catch him? You already know the answer. No one is going to catch Isaiah King. Excuse me? What just happened? Now, the great news so far is that we've come down, we scored again after Isaiah King's big rushing touchdown, and San Fran only comes down and gets another field goal. So they are struggling in terms of actually getting into the red zone. The field goals though have been killing us, but we should be fine. The craziest thing to me is as we approach the 2-minute warning right now, Russell Wilson is a perfect 7 for 7 on the day. Not a single incomplete pass by this dude, and look at Isaiah King destroy defenses, but I have a feeling that one's coming back. Oh boy. And just like we guessed it, holding on the offense, that play's coming back. So we're sitting on 3rd and 7, deep in our own territory. Let's go to a halfback wheel, see what we can do with Russell Wilson. Isaiah's perfect across the middle. Instead, the ball goes to the right-hand side. This one is called across the middle, and Wilson is still a perfect 9 for 9 on the day. Wilson has been on fire today, and it's been pretty rare that we can actually say that. Russell Wilson in his old age has absolutely struggled, and Isaiah King is saying, I'm going to try to put the team on my back. A nice little truck. He completes the pass, but not really many yards. And we're getting pretty close to midfield. We're going to go back to the halfback screen. It's worked pretty much every single time, and this one is no exception. Isaiah tries to get out of bounds, and he's able to break one. Wait, is there a late hit, or is that a penalty on us? They actually called a late hit in this game. I told you they were targeting us, and we're going to go ahead and accept that one. Sorry about your luck, Kendall Fuller. So with 1:04 and 2 timeouts left on the clock, we are in pretty good position right now. We can kick a field goal. We can go down and try and get a touchdown. Isaiah swings out again. He comes back across the middle. This pass is, I think, going to be his first incompletion. Sorry, Russell Wilson. Your perfect day is over. All right, here we go. 3rd and 11. About 30 seconds left. Isaiah swings out to the right-hand side. Wilson's looking for something. He goes back to the left. This is going to be caught at the 37. They're going to move up the field and drop at the 34. So about 28 or so seconds on 4th and 8. We're forced to kick a field goal right now. Now here at the start of the second half, we did go down and get the field goal. Yes, unfortunately, we finally did not score a touchdown, but we still got points on the board, which is good news for us. And Russell Wilson goes across the middle again. These short passes have been killing the 49ers defense all game long. They're looking for kind of those deep comeback routes, but we aren't throwing them at all. We're doing short passes, and we're exploiting them. Now with this brand new set of downs, Isaiah goes back to the halfback counter. This has worked like crazy, and Isaiah King kills a running back. What is happening? Isaiah King is still up. How is this man moving? He destroyed him. He goes down, but I think this one is coming back. You have got to be kidding me. Who is this penalty on? Isaiah destroyed this defense. Yeah, Rashawn Burgess, you might get fired. I can't believe that Isaiah King's ridiculous run down the field after he broke all of those tackles gets called back. So 1st and 10, a new set. We're going to try and move this one, and this one is not nearly as successful as that last play. All right, now 3rd and 7. We got to challenge them downfield a little bit. So Russell Wilson goes to the play action fake. Isaiah's back for blocking. Russell Wilson feels some pressure, throws a dime to Ferris. Ferris is going to go down the field and tries to force his way out of bounds. He stays upright. He's out of the 16. Great play all around, especially by Russell Wilson. Now 2nd and 8 on the 14. About 5 minutes left here in the 3rd. Isaiah's going to try to get to the edge, and there's no block by Burden. Where was the fullback on that play? Oh, I know where he was. Not blocking. So here we go on 3rd and 8. We're going to rely on Russell Wilson again. Not really a running down, so Russell Wilson goes back to the play action fake. Isaiah moves out to the right-hand side. He's wide open. The pass comes to him. He's going to try and stay in bounds. He jukes back in. What presence of mind to juke back inside when you're falling out of bounds, and now he's down at the 3. So here we go on the 3-yard line. We could pass it, but Seattle really hasn't had a good track record of passing the ball on the goal line. So we got for a halfback toss, and Isaiah King is going to go into the end zone untouched, and it is not an Isaiah King touchdown unless the young fella celebrates. So we get our 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. All in all, we should have way more, but the penalties, they've killed us today. Can someone just please explain to me how San Fran has been undefeated? They're a perfect 5-0 this season. We're absolutely putting some work on them right now. Now Isaiah's back here on 4th and 7 to field a punt return. He's going to split out to the right-hand side. A couple guys in front. He tries to throw one guy to the ground. He's going to stumble around a little bit and gets lit up. But still a solid return down at the 31. So on 2nd and 10, Isaiah lines up to the left of Russell Wilson. They go to the halfback screen again. And how is San Fran not guarding against this? Isaiah again out here killing everyone. He tries to spin through a tackle. They drag him down. But he is killing San Fran in the air and on the ground. The Seahawks have virtually gotten every single thing they've wanted in today's game, and Isaiah King says, let me get some more. He slips out of a tackle, but then gets kind of embarrassed in the next one. So 2nd and 5, Russell Wilson goes under center this time. A little bit of a fake action on that one, and Isaiah King forces his way down for the 1st down. 16 rushes, 162 rush yards. Excuse me, he actually has 3 rushing touchdowns today. So 3 rushing touchdowns on the day for Isaiah King. This is a legendary day. Could he actually get to 5? I mean, there's plenty of time left. We just got to see if he can keep moving through, and this dude falls down on another defender, and that might have been a late hit there by 96, but we'll shake it off. Now 2nd and 5 on the 28, a good play action fake again by Russell Wilson. There might be a penalty on this play. We go deep on this one, and that one is going to be batted away as it's out of bounds, but what's the flag on this one? There's actually holding on the defense in this one, so we're going to go ahead and accept that penalty and move to 1st and down. All right, so here we go, 3rd and 7. 3rd quarter is coming down to a close. Russell Wilson's going to line up under center. We're going to get Kubila moving out to the left-hand side a little bit. Good play action fake. Isaiah's going to move out to the right-hand side for a pass. The ball's going to go deep in. Yeah, that one was just thrown away. We're going to settle for a field goal here. Now, call me crazy, but San Fran is right back into it. They're only down 7 points. Again, this is an undefeated team. We cannot let them back into this ball game. We could be in trouble. But Isaiah King says, let me run over every single person in my path. That run only goes for 2 yards, but it was a crazy 2 yards. He even injured somebody. Looks like he'll be okay, though. He's over there drinking a little Gatorade. He'll be back in the game. So on 2nd and 9, we split pretty much everybody and their mama over on the left-hand side. So 2nd and 9, Isaiah's going to move to the right-hand side. The halfback screen is going to try to go for a couple of yards with the 49ers. They've seen that too many times today. They sniffed it out completely. This is definitely, you know, something to be nervous about. 3rd and 13. Isaiah's going to move out. He's going to go across the middle. He's going to look for something. He's going to go across. He finally catches one across the middle and gets the first down. That is huge because if we don't get that, San Fran probably comes down and scores again. Now, the smart move now is we have a 7-point lead. We're under 4 minutes now. We want to milk the clock as much as humanly possible. So expect a heavy dose of that running game today. So here we go on 2nd and 8. We've got Nails in motion. He's going to move back out to the right-hand side. Isaiah's going to try and find a seam here. Jukes a guy completely out of his shoes and gets another first down. That is huge. We're going to move to the 2-minute warning now and probably make them waste their timeouts. Now, we want to run the ball and milk this clock, but we don't really want to be predictable either. So Isaiah King's going to get a slightly different formation. He's going to try to fight his way down. Now we're at the 36. This is going to be a long field goal, but still, we got one more down to try and improve our yards. This is going to be a major down. The 49ers have stacked everybody in the box on the right-hand side. We're going to opt to switch it to the left-hand side here and see if we can get something to work for us. So we're going to move it out. Isaiah King's going to move a little bit. And look at this. He actually gets the first down when we needed it. San Fran uses their last timeout, and this should be a W. So the minute 47 left, Russell Wilson's going to move out to wide receiver. Look, we have a chance to get our 4th rushing touchdown of the day and beat our division rivals. Oh, you can bet we're going to try and go for one here. Now Isaiah's going to move out to the right, and they're going to wrap him up, but still down at the 26. Now 2nd and 5, again trying to get that first down a little bit. Isaiah's going to cut up the middle, and they're going to drop him just shy of the marker at the 22. Over 200 yards rushing today. A normal team, a normal coach, a normal player probably wouldn't be going for it this late in the ballgame when they have a 7-point lead, but you don't know Isaiah and Mike Tomlin. So they're going to fake a little bit of a wildcat. Isaiah's going to go up the middle. He's got a chance to go through. If he was the old Isaiah King, that speed burst, yeah, he's completely going to get the touchdown there, but the old fella, those legs aren't what they used to be. 33 seconds left in this ballgame. We're going to hand it off to Isaiah King again, and look at this. He's going to get into the end zone. That is touchdown number 4. And yes, he probably sealed the game up earlier, but that one looks good for our fantasy numbers and to make sure we walk out of here with a W, no problem. So that is going to seal the deal. The San Francisco 49ers are no longer an undefeated team. We're going to score 37 total points today behind Isaiah King's 4 rushing touchdowns. This dude had a monster game. Probably could have had more if it weren't for those penalties. And Mike Tomlin, he's happy with his running back. Now Russell Wilson goes 19-24, 193 in the ground, 1 passing touchdown. Didn't have a ton of yards, but he was incredibly efficient in today's ball game. Isaiah on the ground gets 33 attempts, 238 yards on the ground, 7 yards to carry, and 4 rushing touchdowns. What a beast. In the receiving game, Isaiah King is tied for the most receptions with 8, goes for 62 yards. This dude, though, DeMarcus Mabry, 142 with 8 receptions. He had a pretty good ball game as well. So as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Check the playlist on the screen, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.